Let's talk a little bit about housing costs and how that's going to relate to you. Of course, housing in most people's budgets is going to be the largest expense that they have every single month. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about rent, and we'll talk about house prices, property taxes, insurance. We'll talk about all that information here in the next couple of minutes. So that being said, rental prices here are going to vary drastically. Again, depending on which area you're looking, as well as what type of home and how big the home is going to change how much your rent is going to be. For a typical, let's say, apartment, right? Generally, you're going to be looking somewhere between $1,200 to $1,600 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. 2 bedrooms will probably be $1,400 to maybe $1,900, and then 3 bedrooms are almost always pushing $1,600 to $2,000 plus in most areas. Now, if you're looking downtown, it is going to be more expensive. You can easily add on a couple $100s to those rental amounts that I just stated. Now, let's talk a little bit about house prices and how that's going to change across the board. House prices have more than doubled in the last 6 or 7 years across the state. It's actually kind of crazy to think about, but that's just the nature of housing and what's happened across the entire country. So Utah is no different in that fact. Your average, let's say condo, we'll break it down by the home type. Your condos are going to cost somewhere between $300,000 to $400,000. Again, depending on the area that you're looking. Townhomes are going to be about $400,000 to $500,000, and your median priced home for a single family detached home is closer to $600,000 across the board. This brings the median home price to just over $500,000 for all home types across the board. So that's a little bit about housing prices. Yes, it has gotten expensive, and unfortunately, with where interest rates are today, it's not getting any cheaper anytime soon. In fact, in my opinion, I think the interest rates are probably going to stay roughly where they're at, maybe come down just a little bit this year. Again, pending inflation, we'll have to see what happens with that. And that's making mortgages more expensive. Now, that is keeping prices down. I know a lot of people who have homes who are looking to sell, and they're saying, hey, I'm going to sell once prices go up a little bit, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think prices will kind of stay where they're at, and I think mortgage rates will stay where they're at as well, so long as inflation doesn't go crazy this year.